Hey guys, this is WMWesports. We're at Marina Bay in Singapore. And this is going to be our quali lap. We're going on the mediums and we're going early. Let's have a battle in the championship stands at the moment. Matty's already checked out. But it's very, very close to P2 as we break for turn 1 into Shears Corner, named after the bridge near it. 1, 2 and 3. Helpful to get a good acceleration out of here. Pre turn 4, which isn't really a turn. Turn 5, very, very important. Really important to get a good exit out of there as we're on the most important part of it, quickest part of the track. Through turn 6, again, not really a turn in F1, can't brake heavy for turn 7. Probably didn't take as much of the apex as I wanted to, but it's a purple first sector. The reason I've gone so early on my one set of mediums is it's forecast rain later on and I don't want to be caught out. I'll just go to where the old Singapore sling used to be. Reprofiled since I think 2013. Used to be a right car breaker. And this is the tightest part of the track. Turn 13 I believe, the Fullerton corner. Named after the hotel near it. And this is the third DRS straight. Not really much of a straight though. Difficult to get a move done there. And so another purple sector, so a nice tidy lap so far. This is where we struggled though. We don't quite hit the apex there enough. Not looking too shabby. Again, not hitting the apex enough. And because you only get one set of mediums in quali, you want to make it count and not invalidate. As we nearly invalidate there, we had to get off. That's going to cost us a lot of time, and it has done. I think it's probably cost us about 2-3 tenths.
That's P2. You're currently in second place.
And so in the end we qualified P6, which isn't great considering we've got two soft runners in front of us, which we, without that mistake towards the end, on a polar sector, we could have been in P4 on mediums, optimal strategy. So let's see how the race goes. And as you can see there, it's going to rain towards the end. We'll go for the optimal strategy, which is medium to hard. Traffic can be a nightmare if you try and do an undercut. And so onto the grid. 4, 3, 2, 1. Not the greatest of starts at all. Skarma's going to shoot straight by us. As is Mick, I think, on our outside, and Niari's going to have a go as well on our outside. Having to brake hard, otherwise we're going to get pinched, give Niari space on our outside, but no, we've got the inside line here. And so we've dropped 2 places in such a short run to the first corner. We'll have a look around the outside of Mick, but that's going to run us wide, and that might give Niari some momentum behind us. It doesn't, not quite. Crucial corners that we stay in front of Niari. He's on the softs, and the softs will go off soon. But at the moment it will be the quickest tyre. And so here's a replay of the start. Skarma had a rocket start. And I think the trick to a decent start at Singapore is to be on that outside line going into the first corner. You're not going to get pinched at turn 1 and lose momentum. There's oh wow, Niari goes for a move up there. I think he saw a slither of fresh air in between us and the apex and thought he could fit a car in there. Wasn't to be. No damage to either of us, luckily. But that's what Niari's going to do now to make them soft work. As we've run really, really wide at Fullerton. But I think Niari followed us. We must have distracted him, but not the greatest first lap. Jock and Laverick will start holding myself, Mick and Skarma up soon. Softs really don't last long as surely Mick picks up a warning. That looks like a corner cut. What it does get him is it gets him a bit closer to Skarma. as Matty leads. Mick gets a bit sideways coming out of turn 3, but the Scammer gets very wide coming out of turn 5. Will Mick have a look on the inside? He might have the momentum. He's going to have a look. Going into turn 7. Oh, wow. Very good racing from both of them. Both gave each other space. But Scammer's either blown his tyres already, or he's got wing damage. Mick is all over the back of him at the moment. There's a yellow flag somewhere. But I think at this point he's definitely holding himself and Mick up. We are now losing a lot of time to the leaders. Maybe his car doesn't work well in heavy fuel and it'll come to him later on, I'm not sure. Definitely holding myself and Mick about this point. As the VSC is out, there's been an incident on track somewhere.
Your delta is negative, which means you are too far.
And so as the VSC finishes,
There's been an incident on track.
Mick should have DRS now, I think.
For a safety car right now, just be careful.
Although Paul has managed to restart there well.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris.
We're in the DRS zone as well. I'm not sure if Niari behind us was in the DRS zone after that.
Safety car right
I think we lost a slight bit of momentum under the VSC. So easy to get a drive through for speeding. Under that VSC, Jock and Laverick took a pit stop. So they may come back at us later. Actually, I believe, as we pick up a daft warning, actually I believe Jock may have retired then. I don't think he was the cause of the VSC. So it was under VSC, I believe. He may have crashed somewhere. As Mick's getting ever closer to Scammer. And at this point I suppose myself and Mick need to watch Doug start getting impatient, but we are losing a lot of time at this point.
We're expecting rain in
And based off quali,
minutes.
I'm going to assume that Scammer has either used his tyres too much and is on older tyres than me and Mick, or he's brushed a wall somewhere and picked up a slight amount of damage. Well, as you can see, me and Mick have definitely got pace.
Yellow flag.
Mick's got the fastest lap. There's a yellow flag in front of us somewhere, and that's a car in the wall. Who's that? Oh my, it's Rob. Second place man in the championship, Rob. He stuffed in the wall. I believe he's got the car going again, but he has picked up some damage. So that's a massive amount of luck for us. And another piece of fortune coming away is I think Mick's going to do this move on Scammer. He's going to send it up the inside at turn 7. Yes, he has done. So we need to follow him through as soon as we can, because I think Mick may drive off now. As we start pushing Scammer over the bridge, and very, very important, he takes a very wide line. We're going to take a tight one, hoping to get the car straightened up and able to go on the accelerator pedal a lot quicker, which we're able to do. We've got the DRS as well. He tries covering the line, but we're already there. We're going to stick it up the inside. We'll give him space on the outside, but we've made that move work.
Great pass.
But during that half lap behind Scammer, Mick got 1.6 seconds ahead of us, so we need to start bringing that down. So on lap 4, we're currently P4. And as we're on to lap 5 now, we're getting to the last sector. We've closed that gap to Mick. We'll be within DRS, but as you can see, the leaders, Mataman and Matty, they're 7.5 seconds up the road, so we've lost loads of time. Mick's car looks squirrely. He's hit the bumper wrong. Unsettled the car over the curbs. Mick goes round.
Okay, the incident has been cleared.
And suddenly from nowhere,
Racing speed.
there's the possibility a podium place has fallen into our lap. What we need to be careful of here is Michelando in P5 in his strategy. He started on the hard tyres. And I'm assuming everyone's going to have to pit before the rain comes, but possibly not Michelando, so he may have played a blinder here, so it's important we get a gap to him. But on lap 6, we're currently 8.3 seconds behind the leaders. I believe Mataman's made a move for the lead. And so we get on to lap 7. We've cut Matty's lead by 8 tenths. So it's a shame we were stuck at the start, because we've definitely got some pace.
Expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
As we're told, the rain will be coming in 10 to 15 minutes, and that's a little bit earlier than people would have strategized for. And so as we're about to end lap 10, Matty's pitting.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
And so we're up to P2. Scammer is also pitting, so we need to be wary in case of an undercut, but I'm going to try and run these mediums until I can put a pair of softs on and wait for the rain. And so on lap 12, we take the lead. And I believe we've been able to stop Scammer from having that undercut. I'm not 100% sure on Laverick though. That may become an issue. Be interesting to see where Laverick comes out. I'm hopeful Michelando and them hards can stop Matty in his tracks for a while. Really, really difficult to manage traffic here. And so the softs feel like the better tyres to go on at this point. We'll have a slight advantage. And of course one thing I'll need to do is once I've come out of the pits, it will be behind Michelando. It may be behind Laverick. Softer tyres against their used tyres, the overtake should be a hell of a lot easier. I'm crossing my fingers that Scammer won't have had the jump on us. So Matty has got past Michelando somewhere and has already gained a second in the middle sector on his brand new set of mediums.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from some rain. I'll keep you updated as the conditions change. Up to speed now. Let's get some...
So as you heard then, we're not far away from rain, so we pitted for the soft. This could be nip and tuck with Laverick. Where are we going to come out? Ooh, Laverick just about sweeps around the outside. But we're going to have DRS here, and this shouldn't be too difficult. As we shoot up, it's not. Laverick makes space for us. He knows now he's in a different battle to us. And so we're going to set off after Michelando, who's 8.5 seconds up the road. Then 2 laps later, we've gained 7 seconds on Michelando. We also gained 4 on Matty in second place. So we're flying at the moment. We're pulling away from Scammer behind us as well. And these tyres are very, very quick. And so I wonder if we'll get a run on Michelando in the slipstream. ERS on, DRS on. We're going to look to the outside. Oh, he's going to cover us off, but we're going to jump into the outside. So we look to the inside. Michelando covered us off, so we jumped and we swept around the outside. And once we were there, he didn't fight us. And this is just a replay. So we get a much better run coming out of turn 5 onto Raffles Boulevard. DRS open. We looked for the inside, he covered us off. So he pulled the dummy onto the outside, job done. So on lap 15 now, the softs are really working, and this seems as though it was probably a good strategy. But there are raindrops starting to fall on the screen. So the rain is here now. And it's just a case of managing this. I think Michelando's tyres behind us are nearly dead, but he'll hang on now until it's time for wet tyres. So currently P3 and looking good to finish P3 at the moment. Shame there was such a low turnout tonight for this race. Very difficult track, not always the most popular. Even more difficult in the rain. So as we start lap 16, the rain is definitely falling now. We're now losing time. And that could be my ability in the wet isn't the greatest. It could also be the softs might already be dead, to be honest. There's a very, very short life in them. But as you can see, the track is getting wetter and wetter.
It's not a perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
That's a difficult corner to get right as well, because you carry quite a bit of momentum. We get the garage prepared just for inters. I mean, this used to be an even more difficult corner than it is. Your car would sometimes head for China with a bump in the middle of it. So it's not quite inters, but any moment that changeover will be there. Not sure if you heard my engineer then whilst I was talking. He said it's going to get heavier. On one lap later, look how heavy it is. There's a yellow flag somewhere as well. And it's a safety car, and it's a no-brainer to stick inters on. As we're going slower around the track, under the safety car, we're not going to be able to get rid of that standing water. Just look how wet it is. So an absolute thunderstorm here in Singapore. And the only thing to do is pit. Having to be careful going into the pits there. Easy to completely slide off track, Lando Norris, Russia style. And so under the safety car then, we're ahead of Skarma. It's been a race-long battle with him. Michelando strategies works up to P5 from last on the grid. Oh! Oh, Matman's in the wall! Did Matty touch him or has he just dropped it? So here's the replay. Matty doesn't look close enough to him at this point. And so is it a case he was warming up his tyres and it's been acceleration over adhesion? And that's exactly what's happened. Matman's done a George Russell, handed us P2 on a plate at this moment. Wow. What a development. And so one thing to bear in mind now, as we're about to restart, is Skarma has 6 seconds worth of penalties behind us. So it'd be daft of me to fight him too hard. Because judging by his earlier pace, even if he did overtake us, I don't think he's going to be able to make a gap of 6 seconds on us. I could be wrong, of course. There's Matty times to restart really, really well. So nervous putting the foot down for that final corner. And this is the first real lap in anger on the Inters. And it's a guessing game for everyone trying to find some grip. The dry patches on the track from the bridge aren't helping matters either. We're very slow coming through there. And I wonder if that'll give Skarma a run on us. He's getting ever closer. He's going to shoot up the inside. I don't want him understeering into me, so I'm going to give him as wide as possible. And he doesn't take it. I gave him a gift there, because the last thing I wanted was him to understeer straight into the side of us. And because of all that faffing about, Matty's gone. And the rain is getting very, very heavy at this point. And it's a guessing game trying to find the grip for everyone. The Skarma looms large in our mirrors. There's some areas of the track that we're able to catch Matty, but other areas where he just drives off. And we've been weak all weekend for this section of track, and I think it's probably where we're going to lose the most time to Matty. So at the start of lap 21, currently P2. And the weather is getting heavier and heavier. But we're building a gap seemingly to Skarma. He's not close enough to make a try and move this time. Oh, we're going to run wide there. We're not going to get a warning. Probably because we were just too slow and pathetic going off the track to pick up any kind of warning. We definitely didn't gain an advantage. Skarma's right on our gearbox again. Ooh, as he gets a bit wobbly coming out of the corner behind us. Until that's a bit of a reprieve for the time being.
You coping okay in this weather? We're watching the amount of standing water on the road. For now, we think it's safe.
And he's lost momentum now as well. So we're able to build that gap to 9/10. Even more than that now, actually. He must have got wobbly coming out of the Fullerton hairpin. And so at the moment, the podium's looking good here. The only thing is, Rob Wills and Matterman are still in this race. And so they could appear at any time. And I think the fact that overtaking is difficult here probably helping us keep on to this podium position, to be honest. But Matty's definitely checking out now in front of us. Oh, is it going to run wide again? And yet again, we're not going to pick up a warning. Are the FIA treating us like a Red Bull or a Mercedes? You decide. We've been quite lucky that we've run wide there. As the safety car is out.
Slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too
And so at this rate, we're going to turn into Monaco 96. And there's going to be hardly any finishes on the grid. Until lap 25 now. I think Scammer picked up damage, so he had to pit.
green flag.
I think we're quite lucky we've got the buffer of Laverick in between me and then Matt and Rob Wills behind him. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near Matty in this weather unless he makes a mistake. Can hardly see anything behind him. I'm happy to settle for second at this point.
We're reaching
I just need to extend that gap to Laverick to be comfortable.
those tyres. We think you're all right for now, but it might not be long before we switch to the full wets.
Laverick is all over our rear wing. Matty with a brilliant drive so far in the wet. Very, very difficult to see anything at this point though. And so with 5 laps left, the odds of a podium finish for us are looking really, really good. I think on pure pace we probably were the 4th quickest, but with Matterman and Rob's mistakes and us not making any mistakes so far, P2 is currently ours. But you'll have seen from previous rating just how good Matterman is in these conditions, so I expect he'll be on our gearbox pretty soon. So it's been a race of attrition with only 7 runners. Matterman has got past Laverick. And is he going to look at make a move on us? May not be any point fighting him too hard. We'll be fighting the inevitable, I think. But the weather certainly looks as though it's time, possibly for full wets. But with 3 laps going, is it worth making that decision? As long as we keep it on the island, I think we'll be okay. So I think Matt Mann a very, very good run out of there. He does. He's going to shoot up her inside. We'll give him the space.
Okay, we've lost the position. That's
And like Lando against Lewis at Interlagos, it's pointless fighting that too hard. With penalties for Laverick and Rob Wills behind us. P3's looking good at the moment. And that's where we're going to finish as we start the final corner. A very, very good win for Matty. But that's P3 for us. Rob Wills crashed at the end, but he will be classified as 7th. But I'm very, very happy with that race. It required a lot of concentration. And so to be on the podium feels really, really good. And so that's how it finished. Matty extends his lead at the championship. He's now on 344. Matterman moves into 2nd, 218. Rob Wills 210. Ourselves 200, and then Scam with 191. So we've caught up with Rob. We've extended that gap to Scama. So we're firmly P4 in the championship at the moment, but it's Suzuka next.